Have you ever heard of the goose exercise for mixed voice? This is something that I use with my private students to help with chord closure. So, if you don't know how important chord closure is, I've done a video on that. You can check in the playlist up at the end and you can see the video on chord closure. But this is a different way to get to it. It's a little bit similar to the cry technique. There's two major benefits to that. Is that allows this nasal kind of flow. Okay, so cry technique, if you're not familiar with it, you're basically like kind of whimpering. So I know it sounds a bit funny, but it's like, and this, a lot of singers do this. One of my favorite examples is Bono. You know, he'll say like, in the name of love. So when we go, we get a little bit of a nasal flow, and more importantly, that chord closure. The chord closure is very light. The chords are kind of barely coming together, and if you do that, you'll notice like, you go like this, it's going to be like a little. You might feel like it cracking. It's like, oh, that's what it feels like. It's like this sound of it's just on the cusp of that kind of cracking, because the vocal cords are going, what are you doing? You just, figure out, make your mind up. Do you want me to like open or close? Because you, now we're going to talk about doing the goose. Okay. It's not too far away from that. I'll just demonstrate, and then you could do this along with me. Ha, 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 honk. Yeah, you're like, cartoon geese, I think, say honk, right? Ha, honk, ha, ha. But if you do that, ha, like a ha, ha. So this is the reason why I like this a lot better than the cry technique, because if you go ha, your throat tends to be more open, right? It's kind of like you're kind of gasping in, so your throat kind of opens up. Ha, and generally you will lower the larynx to do that as well. Ha, you hear that sound there. Ha, ha, that's the sound of an open throat. And then if I ha, ha, the sound is coming out my mouth rather than my nose. Whereas the cry, if I close my nose up, in the name of love, oh no, you can hear this coming out. Right, difference there, right, is that sound coming out there. Huh? We don't want sound coming out the nose. There's two little small holes. They can't resonate as big as your pie hole. Ha, ha. If you want to know more about how to improve your resonance or do any of these other things that I'm talking about, there's a free course down below in the description. Kickstart your voice, and you will be singing better in about a week. Moving back to that ha. So if you try that with me, we want just to hear this kind of click of the vocal folds. Ha, ha, and then not to try and squeeze down anymore. Just keep it light. Like once you hear that light sound, you want to just continue to hear that buzzy ha, ha. And it helps really to try and keep your throat open, like ah, and a gasp. Ah, and that's a really good place to like start working with mixed voice. If we take this take that light chord closure. Just try it. Sometimes it can be hard to maintain that light vocal fold closure as you go up, because sometimes the tendency is to try and push more force to hit the higher notes. And this is one of the things when we go to hit higher notes and we're trying to push a lot of air to hit the higher notes, it's counterproductive, because that just blows the vocal folds apart. So mixed voice in that light coordination. Ah. Try and think, inhale as you go up. Ah. 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 And maintain that chord closure. Ha. Ha. It's that light chord closure from the goose. Now you know what the goose is. It's out there into the world. I haven't shared that publicly. So if you see other people making videos about the goose noise, for that mixed voice exercise, let me know in the comments below. If you work with the light vocal fold closure, mixed voice gets a whole lot easier. So if you want to work with me a little bit more, click the link down below for that free course, Kickstart Your Voice. And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Rock your best vocals where your best keeps getting better. Cheers.